It began on a night so heavy with rain it felt as if the skies themselves were grieving. I was 29, alone in my Lagos apartment, the kind of man too busy chasing contracts to chase love. Sleep came grudgingly, only to pull me into a dream so vivid it rattled my soul. In it, I stood before a grand church, my heart pounding in my chest like a warning drum. Then she appeared. A woman in a flowing white gown, her face aglow with a light that felt holy. She walked toward me slowly, her eyes never leaving mine. When she smiled, it was like the first sunrise after endless night. She said one thing, just one thing, her voice low and urgent. I've waited long enough. I shot awake in the dark, gasping for air. My bed sheets were soaked with sweat. I sat there listening to the rain hammer the roof, shaking. Who was she? Days passed. I laughed it off. Maybe it was loneliness. Maybe too much pepper soup before bed. But the second dream ended the jokes. Same church. Same woman. Same haunting beauty. But this time, she reached for my hand. Her fingers were warm, alive. She whispered, "You know me, you just haven't met me yet." That was the night my ordinary life ended. I became obsessed. I sketched her face on scraps of paper, showed it to my amused roommate, who howled with laughter. "Guy, you dey find wife inside dream. I beg." But it wasn't funny. Her image wouldn't let me go. I couldn't eat. Couldn't focus. I prayed like a madman, fasting till I was dizzy. When I couldn't take it anymore, I went to my pastor and poured out the whole mess of dreams, drawings, and desperation. He listened, silent. Then he said gravely, "God can reveal a spouse in a vision. But be careful. Don't chase the dream more than you chase God. Wait on Him." But waiting is a cruel art. For a year, I kept dreaming of her. Always the same face, always the same words. "You know me when you see me." Then I met Tolu. Smart, godly, kind. She even looked a little like the woman in my dreams. I convinced myself she was the one. I ignored the quiet nagging in my heart. Until the dream came back, this time a nightmare. I stood in the church, but she wasn't smiling. She was crying, angry even. Her voice echoed, "She's not me." Wait. Breaking up with Tolu nearly destroyed me. She wept, asking me why. I had no words. I felt cruel, faithless, crazy. My friends said I was insane. Maybe they were right. And then the dream stopped. But life didn't get better. It got worse. I lost my job. My business partner robbed me. My landlord locked me out for rent. I got into a car crash that should have killed me but didn't. I felt cursed. One night, I fell to my knees on my hard cement floor, snot and tears dripping. "God, please," I whispered. "If she's real, show me. But I'm done chasing ghosts." That night, the dream returned, but different. She was crying, her voice raw. "I'm closer than you think. But you must see me beyond the surface." I woke up trembling. At dawn, I wrote a letter to her, my unknown wife. I poured out every vow, every promise, sealed it in an envelope, and put it in my Bible. 3 years after the first dream, I was invited to speak at a youth conference in Abuja. I didn't even want to go. I felt faithless, broken, tired of hoping. But something, I still believe it was God, pushed me to accept. I walked into that hall with my heart armored against disappointment. But then I saw her. Third row. Our eyes met and the world just stopped. She was exactly as I remembered. But real. Breathing. Watching me with the same stunned expression I must have won. After the talk, she approached me slowly, as if afraid I'd vanish. Her voice shook. "Your face looks familiar." I almost choked. Do you dream?" She froze. Her eyes filled. "Yes," she whispered. "For years. I saw you in my sleep. You called me my God sent. We sat outside the hall for hours, confessing everything. Every dream matched down to the words, the settings, the emotions. She even said she'd seen me give her a letter. My hands trembled as I reached into my bag and pulled out the envelope I'd carried for 3 years. She read it and collapsed in sobs. I held her and wept too. We didn't rush. We prayed. We talked. We built something real on that supernatural foundation. 1 year later, she walked down the aisle in a flowing white wedding gown, looking radiant. When the pastor pronounced us husband and wife, I remembered every struggle, every heartbreak, every dark night on the floor crying to God. And I realized, when God writes your love story, no counterfeit can steal it. No demon can delay it forever. No mistake can cancel it. Because what's meant for you will find you, even if it has to chase you through your dreams to get there.